It's week 3 of the 2024 season, and if it's in the game, it's in the game. The action is only moments away, and it comes your way next.
What better way to start off the afternoon than with some football, huh? It's time to get things started here on the NFL on EA Sports. Hi there, everybody. Thanks so much for joining us. You picked a fun one to tune into. I'm Kate Scott, joined by former NFL quarterback Brock Hewitt. We've got two quarterbacks here, Brock, who are known for playing a very exciting brand of football. Not just throwing the rock, but taking it themselves, too.
Yep, these are two of the guys who really epitomize the direction that this position's going in the modern NFL.
Yep.
Pocket passers, they'll have their place. They always will. But a lot of teams look to somebody like this as the default. A great passer, but someone who can also mix in plenty of rushing yards and keep that.
We've got ourselves a fight in this one to get back above 500. Week 3 is underway. Returnable from the 2. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. So out comes their offense for its first possession of the game. And they'll be let out by their third-year signal caller.
And Kate, you don't have to look beyond his performance last week as really a root cause of their loss. I'm not saying the only cause. Others certainly had a hand in it too. But you aren't winning a lot of games in this league or any league if you turn it over 3 times without a touchdown to counteract them. A lot of room for him to improve this week.
And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on first down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable, and it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
Ball start, offense.
So tough to stay set when you've got defenders doing everything they can to make you jump, and, well, they got one of them to move that time. Everyone's prepped. It's second down now. Here's an option play to the left. And he cannot shake the tackler along the line of scrimmage. Looks like no gain on second down, and that leads us to 3rd and 6. Man in motion here. Throw on 3rd down. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through. That's going to back them up and bring up 4th down.
Every defense in this league is going to sign up for a 3-and-out to begin a ball game. But to send them off the field, to really add that extra tone setter by backing them up with a sack, well, that's the cherry on top of that 3-and-out.
And he can't evade the coverage team for much. They stop him before he gets really anything on that return. So here comes their offense for its opening drive. And bringing them out, someone this defense is really going to have to keep an eye on, this mobile QB.
Last week was the ideal showing for him and really allowed his offense to feed off of him. He elevated everybody around him. Just got to look at his stat line to see how well he was throwing the ball. 300-plus yard game, several touchdowns, tremendous efficiency.
Has him on the quick hitter. And he's out of bounds beyond the 35-yard line. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Lone back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
Ooh, I like that. I really like that execution to move the chains. Now that 3rd down call that they had ready, well, they could stick it right back in their pocket for a later occasion.
He's got Watson. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a 1st down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
Here's 2nd and 5. Short pass brought in. And out of bounds right at the 40-yard line. He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10. Here's the lone back on the handoff. And he's able to manage a couple on that run. We'll look at his numbers on the ground from last week here. 8 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. Sending the tight end in motion left. 2nd and 8. Flushed out of the pocket. He can run it.
Well, this is in every quarterback's tool belt, even the ones not regarded as the best movers and shakers. But, Kate, to play QB in the league today, you've got to be able to do this. If you've got nobody open, still get some positive yards with your legs.
All in left side. And this is down to the 28 before the defense halts it. 5 yards on that play and enough for a new set of downs. They've worked it downfield very well to begin the drive. It's 1st and 10 at the 28. Dropping back to throw. That's to the sideline, and it's a catch by Watson. And he's going to go out of bounds just short of that red zone. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. They send a man in motion. From the 22 on 2nd down. Gets this one to Watson. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
Kid, I can't tell you how good that is. Anticipating the outcut, having the ball on the way before the receiver's head even turns. He puts it on him so that receiver can easily get out of bounds for the nice gain.
The throw is caught. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on 1st down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
Running back sent in motion. Oh, he nearly reeled that in, as close as you can get. But just Dennis Allen has the red challenge flag in hand. He wants to take another look.
Previous play is under review.
Well, we can see he made the catch. He definitely has possession. But did both of those feet hit down in the end zone?
Yeah, get that zoom button ready to go. Get the magnifying glass. Was there any green right between his feet and that end line? That's what they're going to be looking for in the replay booth.
So the call survives the challenge flag from Dennis Allen. That one splits the uprights. And these guys will jump out to a 7-0 lead. All right, it's all set up, and here they go to send it away. Starting from the 5. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. So here comes this offense for its 2nd series of the game. They didn't start the game off like they wanted, Brock. Still searching for that opening 1st down as they take the field a 2nd time. Lone back gets the handoff. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. Pickup of 12 on that play. And it'll give him a 1st down. New slated downs to approach here from the 40. Going to the ground again on 1st. And the hit stops him cold. Wow, he maybe got back to the line. 2nd and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here. They'll throw it. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. And they finally drag him down, but not until after a very nice return.
Oh, coaches just love that effort right there. Instantly, as he made the pick, everybody was looking for a block and doing their part to set up the return. And I know it pales in comparison to giving up the turnover, but how about the effort on the other side to track him down and stop a potential pick 6? I think everybody deserves a little credit on the field for that effort.
They're out and set, 1st and 10. Their offense headed back out for its 2nd drive of the contest. And the turnover puts them right back out there. Just a few plays since they scored that touchdown.
Well, they didn't get much time to rest, but guess what, Kate? That defense didn't get much time to rest either. Now you could go in attack mode while they're still shaking off that last touchdown.
On 2nd and 5 now. This one's caught. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop. It's a 6-yard gain. That sets up 1st and goal.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
Runs it in for the touchdown. These guys pull out in front further, 13-zip. So, Brock, this offense looking sharp here in the first half as they extend their lead.
You know, and when things are going well, sometimes you really just get into a groove. And this is a unit that's putting the pieces together.
Now the PAT try coming up. The point after splits the uprights. And his guys drive out to an early 14-0 lead. Now after the touchdown, they'll kick it back and see what the opposition can do. Returning it from the 4. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The offense getting set to go. And things have gone from bad to worse in their 2 drives. Hopefully the third time's a charm for them. They find some success. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. An alert play defensively there. He got a hand on it to tip it away. That makes it 2nd down. Back to throw. He's got it over the middle. And it's a nice gain, but still not enough for the first.
Okay, when Bill Walsh was implementing the drag route with the 49ers in the 80s, it sounded the same way as it did with Mike Holmgren and me with the Seahawks in the 2000s. Versus man on a drag route, run away. You see zone coverage, settle down, give your quarterback his numbers, and you can find a completion just like that.
3 yards there and enough to move the chains.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of third downs just like that.
And he'll get him a handful on that run as we've reached the end of the first. Now after the run, we see some trainers headed out for an injured player who was shaken up. And they can go ahead and stay in that huddle. We're at the end of the first quarter. Our score, 14-0. We'll get back to the action in just a moment. We're back, and we'll join this drive already in progress to begin quarter 2. They're looking at 2nd and 3. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great block in the spring of guys hitting blocks downfield and a back who can show off his wheels.
Finds him on the slant. And he's able to get this down to the 36.
Good luck defending that short yardage slant. Just not going to happen. There's a reason. This is a go-to play for just about any quarterback in every situation.
Stays in the pocket. Completes this one to Gray. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And that'll be a first down.
I don't know about you, Kate, but I think somebody's auditioning for some extra work as a receiver. If he could do that coming out of the backfield, imagine the damage he could do if they sent him out into one of those spots out wide.
And that play is brought to a halt, they're going to say, at the 5-yard line. It's a double-digit gain, 10 yards, and now they've got 1st and goal. Goal to go. It's a pass play. Cut near the goal line. And in for the touchdown. Well, great work there, Brock. They weathered the storm, and now they've gotten themselves right back into this ball game.
Anybody who's played this game has been here before. The game doesn't start the way you want. You're in a big hole, and all you can do is climb out of it. And the words of Pete Carroll resonate. It's not how you start, it's how you finish.
Extra point attempt coming up. Extra point sent right down the middle. And these guys chop the lead in half. It's down to 7. And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. Return coming from the 6. This return makes it up to the 25. The home teams and this running back headed back out for a new series. And after the impressive drive we just witnessed, you gotta imagine that they are hoping to respond with something similar.
Yeah, and I don't love to use the word can't, right? But this can't be a 3-and-out for this offense right here. They got to give their defense a chance to catch their breath and turn some of the momentum in the building.
Looking underneath, and the back brings it in. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. That one ends up a gain of 6, and that'll give him a first down. New slated downs to approach here from the 40. Back now, pressure on its way. Watson with the catch. And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first. They kick the running back in motion. Now they'll throw out of the gun. Hits his running back. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. Second down now, 7 to go.
At the 45-yard line.
Looking for a throw here. Completed over the middle. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
It takes a certain level of fearlessness, craziness to work over the middle of the field in this league. You're fighting through guys as you go, and all the while you know you could take a lick at any time.
Makes the grab in bounds left side. Following that completion, a member of the O-line looks to be in some pain. They're headed out to take a look at him now. So much to the chagrin of this crowd, that challenge flag is out, and they want to take another look.
Under review.
Well, we're going to see how much of a sideline maven he is, Brock. This one very close, whether he got the feet down or not.
And I'm so impressed by all these mavens because you've got to make that transition from college where 1 foot, you're good.
Yep.
But not at this level. You've got to be a ballerina. You've got to get those toes both in, and the replay booth will be the judge of it.
All right, so that challenge is unsuccessful, but still a chance to earn a third one if their next challenge leads to an overturned call. It is caught left side. And they get this down to the 12-yard line before being stopped. All right, set now, 1st and 10. Give now to the running back. And he drives that front backward on a gain of 4.
That is just a good, solid run right there. I know, it's pretty basic commentary, but sometimes football can be basic. It keeps you on schedule, that kind of yards per carry, and you move this.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown! So he looks to and finds the big fella, and his tight end takes it in for 6.
Such a reliable weapon down in the red zone. You know, kind of reminds me like a point guard making an entry pass to that post player. When you trust your big people around you, and when a quarterback trusts his tight end like that, it makes a difference.
Now they'll see if they can tack on one more. Right down the middle, it's good. And his guys double their lead to 14. And after they reach the end zone, they'll kick it off and turn things over to the defense. That's going to be taken in at the 8. He's got a lane up past the 30. Coverage team tracks him down as the return reaches the 35. Well, hang on there. Hang on a moment. Looks like we've got an injured player on the kick return. They're going to check on him now. They're set up at the 35 now. Motion man sent left. Trying to throw here out of the gun. Looking right, and he finds him. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. 2nd and 3 now. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. Call it no gain, maybe one at best on that play. That leaves him with 3rd and 2. Back-to-back carries here. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
I don't know what it is, Kate, but I love 3rd down runs. I really do. I know the receivers don't always like it because money down, they want the ball. But a 3rd down run for a 1st down can be so demoralizing to that defense.
From midfield now. Oh, this is getting ugly early. Intercepted again. Free up the middle. It's a breakaway. And he takes this one back for the pick 6. That play, Brock, that play was beautiful. Not just making the interception, but then seeing the return slowly come together in front of him as he took it all the way to the house.
Yeah, I think even for us up here in the booth, it looked like a scene out of a movie, didn't it? Starts running the back, scans the field for a lane, then the blocks come just in the nick of time to wipe out the would-be tacklers, and he's got open space and nothing but the end zone in front of him.
That one right down the middle. And these guys stretch their lead to 21. A quick chance at redemption after that pick 6 as it's sent away. Has this at the 6. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Well, we've already seen some nice plays here, and we're going to see plenty more before this game ends. But you might be thinking, with plays like that, my guys' ratings should be better. Well, you're not alone. You got a chance to let the Madden Ratings Hotline know just what you're thinking. Give them a call, 1-844-MADDEN-1, and make your case for who should get a boost. Hauled in by Gray. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. Now we have our 2-minute warning. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. From the 32. Complete out to the right. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. Offense up to the line fast. Has him on the quick hitter. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot. Working quickly here. He puts some power on a deep one left. This is caught inside the 15. And that is a touchdown. So no mistaking that play call, Brock. They send everybody on deep goes, and it winds up paying off. What a play.
And you'd think on the other side, defensively, they'd be ready for this. But this is truly a breakdown in the secondary. They're just not able to make a play on the ball in the air. And the end result, as you said, a big play and a touchdown.
Kicking team out to try the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And his guys get it back to a 14-point game. Following the touchdown, they'll kick it back and see what the opposition has in store. Kickoff taken at the 3. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. The home team's ready for their next series, led out on offense by their quarterback. And we're all hoping his hot start can continue. He's been putting up some numbers early in this contest. Back to throw on 1st and 10. Short pass brought in. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. It's a 26-yard pickup there. And they'll have 1st down.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
They'll throw on first. Caught by the tight end, running that corner. And he's brought down right in the neighborhood of that 40-yard line. First down now, ball at the 39-yard line. Watson coming in motion right. Shotgun snap, they're going to throw. Gets this one to Watson. And he'll get this down at the 33-yard line. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. They'll throw it again. Throwing the out route complete. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a first down. Throwing from the gun. Finds him over the middle. And they get this down to the 12-yard line before being stopped. Prior to first down, they decide to call a timeout. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half. They'll come up 1st and 10. They are throwing it again. And he rips this one out and over the back of the end zone, incomplete.
QBs, well, they're a lot like the great shooters in the NBA. Hey, listen, sometimes you're going to miss. You just got to shake it off and keep shooting away.
He'll throw it yet again. The throw is caught. And he drives this forward to the 6. Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4. That brings us to halftime. It's a 14-point game after 2 quarters of play. Now we'll toss things to Jonathan Coachman in our Orlando studios for the EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, what you got?
All right, Kate, we'll get back to you and Brock in a bit. For now, plenty of early action in the 1 o'clock Eastern window to get you caught up on. So let's get to it. We'll begin our trip around the NFL with an interesting one right off the bat. And it's the visitors who are out in front in the second quarter. Next, we head off to check out another game. And you can see, currently they trail in that ball game. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. As you can see, the score there in the second quarter. The highlights are fairly one-sided to this point. It's a 2-touchdown difference here at the break. But I wouldn't call this one over just yet. I think there could still be some fireworks yet to come.
We're about ready to resume play. This return starts at the 5. Oh, baby, he gets rocked and the ball is out. And they dodge a turnover there on the return. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Their offense taking the field now for the opening drive in the second half. And unsurprisingly, Brock, a great day on the scoreboard so far for him. Has him with the advantage as we move through this third quarter. Oh, he put some heat on this deep ball. That's grabbed inside the 30. And he's in. Touchdown. These guys grow the lead coming out of halftime. I love plays like this, Brock. Sometimes you just got to ask your dude, show me what you got, man. Show off those wheels, and he did just that.
Yeah, beauty in simplicity, right?
Yep.
Now, when you run that fly route, you got to win right from the jump. And you got to protect yourself from the sideline, too. Don't get pushed to the boundary. Give your quarterback room to throw it up, and you can find pay dirt.
That one splits the uprights. And these guys stretch their lead to 21. They put a touchdown on the board, and now they'll send it away. Return coming from the 6. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. The offense returning to the field now as we get a look at their wideouts. They really have the passing game clicking on that last touchdown drive, partner. We'll see if they stick with that or if they mix things up a bit on this series. Lone back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
To be a stud back in this league, it takes more than just checking the athletic boxes. There's an IQ, a feel, a patience and craftiness required, along with just tremendous vision. He showed all of it navigating that run up the middle.
And he's short of the first after a mild gain. 2nd and 6 coming up here. Back to the well again. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line. They get an even 10 on that play. And they're going to have a first down. Changing things up. They're going to throw now. Throw left side, complete. And he's going to be taken down a yard shy of the 25. The big play nets him 17 yards. And it'll give him a first down.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. To hit a curl route of that length, it takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
They're now set for 1st and 10. Pass play coming here. Hits him on the in route. And they have this well into the red zone now at the 15. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12. The drive picks up here, 1st and 10. Now give left side. And they'll stop him after a short gain to the 13. Manages just a yard on 1st down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9. Another carry for him. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
These running backs love getting into the open field, and the best of them, they're not even looking at the man right in front of them. They're looking at that next level to get a chunk run like that.
Back now, pressure on its way. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. Good pressure from the defense there has them trending in the wrong direction.
And right there's the danger, Kate, when you put the ball in the air. How many times do we see these coordinators, when you get a nice run, right, you gain some steam on the ground, you stick with the ground game. They don't, they call the pass, and the defense reacts, and reacts well with a sack.
And he's going to advance them down to the 4-yard line. Give him 6 yards. That's going to set up 3rd and goal. Back to throw. Catch is made in close. Touchdown. Great opportunity to find a touchdown there, Brock, and they come through with 6.
Receivers want the ball everywhere on the football field. But you start smelling the end zone, they really want their chance. And they will tell you as a quarterback, just give me an opportunity and I'll make a play. He sure did.
That one right down the middle. And his guys get it back to a 14-point game. Now after the touchdown, they'll kick it back and see what the opposition can do. Here's a return from the 7. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The home team's headed back out on offense. Their quarterback returning to the field now. And this is some quality film review right here. Look at this. Couple of touchdowns. Good amount of yards, too. He's been moving them down the field like only he can. Putting together quite the game for himself in the process. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. They'll empty the backfield and motion him out. Tight end reels in the shallow throw. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5.
At the 31-yard line.
From the 31. Complete out to the right side. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs. They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. They'll motion him out of the backfield left. Brought in right side.
Sometimes you're looking to push the ball down the field. But as I've said before, the crumbs lead to a cookie. And you never go broke taking a profit, and those big tight ends will often find you those easy check down yards.
From just shy of midfield on 2nd down. Completed to his running back. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. They got 24 yards on the play. And that gives them the 1st.
Speaks to this guy's talent as just an all-around difference maker, playmaker. We see him line up as a receiver, and we don't even bat an eye, Kate. And we don't really bat an eye when he makes that kind of play either. This guy's just different, built for the moment.
Running back sent in motion. Wright reels it in. A flag's down as he stops. Looks like this one's on the offense.
Holding. Offense.
Fighting all he could to keep his quarterback upright, but crossed the line there. That earns the holding penalty. Throwing it again here. Completed over the middle. And he runs this to the 25 before being brought down.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on a defense.
He's on the move. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop him. Wonder what's in the playbook here as they come up on 3rd and 11. Pass play now. And even on 3rd down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be 4th down.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw. You'd expect him to make most of those attempts from this distance, but it's never a lock. So they'll happily take this and finish off the drive with points.
Starting from the 5. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. The visitors returning their offense and this running back to the field. They get that big old marker out, cross a major number off his roadmap after that last drive. He's reached one of the marks that every back strives to hit at some point during the season. They'll run here on 1st down. And he pushes forward, but they don't get much there. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9. Now they'll throw out of the gun. He's got it over the middle. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32. They come to the line here, and this is 3rd and 6. Throwing now from the gun. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. Three-quarters in the books from this one. It's not quite over yet, but it'd take a pretty miraculous comeback. We've got a 3-score game as we get set to start the 4th quarter. They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Oh, brother, it's another interception into the red zone. And he's going to go. It's a pick 6. Defense getting in on the far block with that fourth quarter lead as they provide a nice little boost there with the pick six.
Yeah, you could feel some of the desperation of this offense, and when you get into that mode, it is danger time. Defenses love to take advantage of it. I always say to you, Kate, play fast but never in a hurry. You can't be rushed offensively because you can often be rushed into mistakes like that.
Now they'll try to knock the extra point through. Extra point sent right down the middle. And these guys make it a 24-point ball game. Well, Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick six. Has this at the 6. The visitors are being led back out there on offense by their quarterback. And I don't think we can really call these highlights, partner. Shall we just call them replays as we re-examine his performance so far in this one? 3 interceptions mixed in among his work. It's really limited a lot of what he's been able to do out there. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Backfield is empty as they motion him out right. Hits him on the out route. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. From the 36. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
Kate, I've seen a one-step drop. I've seen a 3, a 5, a 7. Some of the boots and play actions get more depth, but a 20-step drop? That's not going to cut it. Except for this defense, it just adds a whole bunch of negative yards to that play.
Let's see what they went with on 3rd down. Here's a throw. That one's cut along the left sideline. How about that play, Brock? On 3rd and 14, they find a way to convert. Trying to throw here out of the gun. Short pass brought in. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. And the 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
And this one's worked down to the 33 before being stopped. A new set of downs awaits them. Here's 1st and 10. They'll throw it again. It is caught left side. And they bring him down after the play reaches the 26. 2nd and 3 now. Sending a receiver left. 2nd and 3. Completes this one to Gray. And he's going to go out of bounds just short of that red zone. A new set of downs forthcoming. It's 1st and 10. The give now out of the shotgun. And he's charged towards the line. It's right around 3 yards.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
From the 18 on 2nd down. Escapes the pocket. He takes it himself. And he's brought down a little short. No, actually they do give him the 10-yard line. Hang on now. Looks like we've got an injured player out there and in need of some aid. So we'll step away briefly as they work on him. This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. Short side option here. He's running left. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
It's easy for me to say up here in the friendly confines of the booth, Kate, but that was not the right read. And you hate seeing him absorb yet another hit at the end of the play. You never want him taking unnecessary shots throughout this game.
And that's caught in the end zone for the touchdown. These guys making the scoreboard look a touch better. Exactly the play they were looking for, Brock. They saw it, and he put it right on the money.
Yeah, it really was a perfect play. This is what it looked like in practice, but more importantly now to get it done in game time, that's what you're looking for. Amazing when it all comes together.
And he's in for two, so don't write him off just yet. I know the chances are slim, but still a small one in this two-possession game. All right, partner, it is a small step on a long road back, but a necessary one. The touchdown and that conversion drop us back down to a two-score game.
So you're saying there's a chance, Kate, just a little bit of a chance. Maybe they got to do it again and again and again. But all I know, time may not be on their side, but they did gain just a little bit of momentum.
This return starts at the 5. They'll have decent field position to begin with here, Brock. He's tackled just beyond that 30-yard line. Their offense returning to the field for another possession. And taking a look at these highlights, Brock, just a reminder of the type of game that they have had throwing the football. It really has been the key to their success.
Yeah, they've just not only stayed on schedule here, Kate. Man, they've made some music, right? Great rhythm.
Yeah.
Not just ahead of schedule, but huge plays that followed. We've seen a lot of different looks and wrinkles throughout this performance, and it's been a joy to watch.
1st and 10, looking to throw. Buys time, rolling right. Gets out of harm's way after stringing together some nice yards on that run.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide at practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play, and denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him.
Bails out of the pocket quick. He's keeping it again. And he wisely avoids contact, sliding down there, and that played good enough for a first. That's good for 7 yards. And it sets up 1st down. Here's the handoff. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe. Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4.
It's the pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
They kick the running back in motion. Finds the in route complete. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. 1st and 10 from the 41. Plowing up the middle. And he'll get this down to the 40. We'll get a stoppage now. Looks like we have someone banged up after that run in need of some attention. Eight yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. They give it to him again. And he's able to drive this to the 29 before the stop. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And it'll give him a 1st down.
You spring a big gain like that, Kate, on the interior, 9 times out of 10, that O-line decisively won their matchup with the big fellas up front. They got those pads down. They created leverage, and they opened up that running lane.
First down, and they go right back to him. And they stop him after a pickup down to the 24. So quickly, the defense burns a timeout here. 1:57 remaining in the game. Motioning one of the tight ends. The give here on 2nd. And he gets this down to the 22 before being stopped. Now after the run, we see some trainers headed out for an injured player who was shaken up. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot. The defense takes its 3rd and final timeout. And they are quite frustrated having to call that after giving up the first. He goes to a knee as time winds down in this one.
This is situational football at its best. There's still some time left to bleed off the clock, but the really important thing here is you've got to bleed every second of that clock that you can.
They'll run now on second down. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. A gain of 4 for them, and that sets up 3rd and 7. Setting up for the kneel down on 3rd. He'll go to a knee to close this one out, Brock, and it's only fitting that he's holding the ball in the end after the absolutely tremendous game that he had.
Nothing left to do now, Kate, but celebrate on one side and watch on hopelessly from the other. What a hard-fought effort to get to this spot, and now you can enjoy the victory.
So something to be proud of, Brock, as they come away with the win. And it was a game for fans of high-scoring football, wasn't it? I know Brock was enjoying seeing both of these offenses work, and really not a lot to dislike from either group. Just one side working at a slightly better clip than the other. That was the difference in the win. So for my partner Brock Heward and our entire crew, I'm Kate Scott saying this has been the NFL on EA Sports. This celebration begins for our winners as we say thanks for watching and have a great rest of your day.